Welcome in. I'm out at the Mustang. We have some work to do and I need your input. Stay tuned and see how you can give me some info. Hello everyone. As you can see, there are some bubbles under the paint. Through my research, it says there's rust, so we're gonna tap it with this hammer and see how far this rust goes. I have two spots that I'm concerned with. And now I'm just gonna pick at it, see how far the rust goes. I don't know anything about bodywork. I don't know anything about rust. But during my research, these holes or these bubbles indicate that there's rust. And as you see, there is rust. Now, I'm tapping it with the hammer, tapping it with this drill bit to kind of see how far the rust goes. The bubbles are only a symptom of the problem, but it doesn't show the full extent of what's going on. So here you can see it's already farther than just the bubbles indicated. Now I'm going to file down and see if I can get a better look. Trying to get to metal, and that's when I know I can stop the rust investigation. As I'm going through here with the metal file, there's a lot of white chalkiness just going everywhere. I think it may be Bondo. I'm curious, and I'm thinking that maybe somebody has gone through and tried to fix the rust before and then they went over it with Bondo. Otherwise, I would think that I would just go from paint to metal. I could be wrong, but the way that it's clawing into this gray material is why I just continue to think that it's Bondo. So I'm going to continue to file this down, see exactly how far we're going to get with the rust. As you can tell, the filing down, I'm already getting the two pieces to come together, so it's probably understandable that I'm going to have rust from one bubble to the other. As I continue to file down, I just continue to see all this dust, which I'm going to call Bondo. Don't know if that's what it is. And the holes just continue to grow closer together. As I'm doing this, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to see if I can find metal instead of rust. But as I keep going, I'm getting deeper in and continuing to find rust. I have cardboard in between the trunk and the car because I don't want to scratch up things that I'm not intending to. So if I slip down, I'll hit the cardboard instead of the lights. I did lift the trunk and look underneath, and these rust holes that I'm looking at, I don't see them on the other side. There is a lip, so I'm guessing that the lip is preventing me from seeing the other side. Continue to blow air off and on through this process so I can see if there's metal or rust, and so I can keep blowing it, keep grinding it, doing that over and over. And as you can see, the hole is just getting longer from one side to the other. It's also going down to the edge of the trunk. This is the trunk lid of the car, in case I didn't make that clear before, you couldn't tell. And the rust has pretty much gone right through this part of the hood or trunk, and it's kind of made a pocket. And where I need your help is, as I'm going through here, I'm continuing to find rust. Those of you who've done this before, what do you recommend? Do you think we should patch this up, go back and do Bondo as it looks like the person did before? I was thinking maybe I would do fiberglass and Bondo to kind of strengthen it up. I've also thought about doing a sheet metal, just cut this all out in a nice little rectangle and then replace it with sheet metal, weld that on there. The issue that I have is I'm not a welder. I don't know any welders that are available, so not sure how I'm going to get it welded. Also, if I do the fiberglass and Bondo, I've never used fiberglass and Bondo before, so I really don't know. And as you can see, I've pretty much narrowed down where all the rust is. I think this measured about 6 inches long and about 3 inches tall. I'm going to continue to pick at it, see if I can find any metal that doesn't seem structurally sound. And as I do that, you can see that the metal is denting and breaking. I'm not actually hitting it very hard at all, so that indicates to me that I still have rust damage. So I've continued to pick at this. As you can see now, this is more like a skin than a complete metal. So there, as you can see, I'm picking at it and there's just more rust. It's just everywhere down here. So I thought about Bondo and fiberglass. I've thought about welding a piece in. Thought about JB welding a piece in. I've thought about just replacing the whole hood. The reason I haven't just decided to replace the hood is this hood, or sorry, I keep saying hood, trunk. The trunk is original to the car, and I'd really like to keep the car as original as possible, just that's what I want to do. So I'm really leaning towards welding sheet metal on here or fiberglass and Bondo. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think. As you can see, I don't have a cutter. I would have just cut this back some more. So I'm using this flathead screwdriver to kind of see if I can peel back. This top layer seems to be metal now, but as I look underneath the skin, it looks like there's rust. So where there's rust, there will be over time more damage. So I'm trying to get under here and really see how far this rust goes back. And I'm guessing the water's been running down the channel of the trunk and then coming toward the middle. And so that's where this rust has come from. It's just a water collection over time. When I was under the back side of the trunk, I saw that the seam sealer had started to crack. So that's my guess, is the water's just come in over time, gotten through the seam sealer, and it's just sat here. And so now I'm just trying to pull back some of this skin. Like I said, I don't have a cutter to really get in there and see what's what. So yeah, see the screwdriver just poked right through the edge. The rust is just pretty bad there. So I'm going to peel back this, see how far back I can see. I have a rust reformer spray that I'll use on here. I'm going to file that back down. Anywhere I see the color of rust and I can get to it, I'm going to try to file that down to metal. I really don't want any of that to continue to damage the metal. As you can see, I'm already doing enough damage on my own. I don't need the rust to help me. And without any cutters or anything, it's really hard to peel that back anymore and get in there. As you can see, it's really bad there on the right. I also have some rust to the left a little bit. I almost got depressed as I was doing this, and I know that that was going to happen, that the rust was just going to be bigger and bigger. And as I go through here, I'm just hoping that it's not any worse than what I'm seeing right now, and you know that I'm just going to have to replace the whole trunk. That was my fear, is I just didn't want to have to do that. And there's more rust, so I'm just going to have to keep filing it down. Folks, my research just said you don't want any rust, so anywhere that I see it, I'm trying to file it down and get it to bare metal. Again, no shears, no trimmer, so I really can't peel that back. So I'm going to use the rust reformer. I'm just going to spray it back there and get it as far back into the cavity as I can. Opening up this a little bit so I can really get the spray in there. I want it to go as far back as I can. like I said, I can't access this hole from the back side of the trunk, so until I get cutters, this is what I'm going to have to do. I know that I can't go any further. I don't know the fix for this. I don't know how to fiberglass. I don't know how to weld, so I don't know what I was doing getting inside here, but I do need to make sure that the metal that I've exposed doesn't rust, and I need to make sure that the rust that's there is basically killed, so we'll see.
It's 2 hours.
I forgot to spray stuff in there.
Oh. You kinda need that. That goes far. I'm filming you taking a picture.
Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe. You haven't done it already? Don't forget to smash the thumbs up if you like the content, and of course, leave comments. I love the interaction.